Hey Waffle Gang, I do hope you're well. My name is Mark and today we're checking out some more Reddit stories. And if you do love a Reddit story, why not consider hitting that like, subscribe, maybe that notification bell too. And let's crack on with today's first story. Much love, guys. Now, today's first story comes from the True Off My Chest subreddit from Important Audience 610 and says, my husband doesn't know. I'm about to divorce him. This has been my plan for 6 years. This is by far the craziest thing I've done, and I can't believe I suffered all these years staying with this man just so I can survive financially. The start of our marriage was wonderful. We had 2 babies. After the second pregnancy, he cheated on me with a very close family member. He gave me a lazy apology, and on top of that, he complained about my body. He also told me I was built like a refrigerator. Mind you, I was 4 months postpartum at the time. I secretly saw a family lawyer. To sum it up for you, I'd be screwed leaving him. We only had $25,000 and that being split up is basically nothing for me. No marital properties, no car, I didn't have a job. Literally nothing. I was a stay-at-home mum. I applied for hundreds of jobs during the time and couldn't find employment anywhere, so leaving was a bad decision for me financially speaking, especially with 2 small babies. Also, alimony and child support wasn't going to be enough for me to live off or survive with 2 babies with. So I let him believe that I forgave him and I continued being his wife. The very first time he cheated on me was with my cousin. Then he cheated again. He had a one-night stand with a random girl he met on a night out. I got so mad. I cheated back on him out of anger. Of course, he never found out I cheated. At least I'm smart about it, unlike him. During the time in our marriage, I worked on getting my independence back. My husband paid for my trade school. It was a very expensive program, but he paid for everything. We moved and we bought a house with his income. He grew his money too during this time, so he made far more money now than when I originally wanted to leave him. I started working recently. I have a career now. I'm so happy about that. I haven't filed for divorce yet. He has no idea of my plans. I'm excited. I finally get to leave him after 6, almost 7 years. Now I can walk away with at least $200,000, and we have marital assets now like the house and the car he also paid off for me. Now I have my education and my own career. I've been working on my weight loss. I lost 66 pounds. He paid for my tirzepatide. I had a breast reduction and a breast lift. I look amazing. I don't doubt I'll probably get remarried eventually. Everything in my life is finally set and going the right way. ETA laughing at the people mad at me for cheating back on him. What did you expect to happen? I stay loyal to my husband while he fucks other girls. Lol, you guys think I'm going to just go without sex for almost a decade? The marriage was already over the first time he cheated on me. Hilarious, you people think on this app. Rook and Me says, you know, at the beginning I was ready to start thinking, man, that's really something to stay with someone for so long just to milk more money and assets out of them. But then you mentioned how he cheated on you the first time with your cousin, showed no remorse whatsoever, body shamed you when you were going through the first few months of postpartum, cheated on you again. Honey, you milked that man like a farmer would milk a cow. Milk him for all he's worth. You withstood the storm and now you are the storm. Commoner says, not gonna lie, you seem toxic as fuck. The cheating back and bragging how he paid for everything and you don't have to pay a dime is gross. I'm actually really happy for your husband. Funny how you leave out any flaws in the marriage that came from you. You could say the cheating is one, but you don't seem to think that is a bad thing. Hope no man ends up getting with you after his divorce, especially as a toxic single mom with 2 kids. Yikes. Grumpy says, you sound exactly like my wife. Before her and I met, they didn't have the cheating you experienced, but she experienced incredible loneliness. About 10 years into their 20-year marriage, she began to squirrel away money from her own allowance and plan for a future once their kids were grown and out on their own. The major problem was his complete inability to find time for any of them. 0 weekends, 0 vacations, trips, family time. It had got to the point where she dreaded hearing the garage door well after the kids were asleep. She found an incredible group of gals in our chat room on IRC that helped her make the incredibly difficult decision to leave. Please do what's best for you and do it safely. Best of luck to you. Commercial says, I'm in a similar boat. I can't leave. Child support and alimony will not be enough. I financially cannot leave. I've been applying to jobs over and over, every day. I just try to do things to make me happy to pass the time. Good luck to you and your new endeavors. This gives me hope. OP says it really does get better. I was so miserable at the beginning, but I had goals to keep me busy. Going back to school and getting my independence back was step one. I had a plan and I know there was a way out eventually, even if it's going to be almost a decade away. It was still worth the overall outcome. I really wish you the best of luck. Stay strong, girly. Another commenter says, and asks a question after that, saying, can I ask, how was your marriage these past years though? Like, did he even attempt to change or anything? OP says no, he didn't. He said he was going to change and never did. He just started hiding everything from me, and he was lying about his whereabouts. He was liking random girls' Instagram pics and DMing them flirty messages. He was Snapchatting random women. I only knew that he cheated on me twice because I checked his phone. He definitely cheated on me way more than I know of. I just stopped going through his phone like, what's the point? Like I already knew he was cheating. He also treated me really poorly, made me feel bad about my weight. Always called me fat and ugly. He told me that I needed to get BBL to get rid of my mum pouch and fill my flat droopy ass. I can really go on, but I'll stop there. So OP did come in with her update and said a lot of people here wanted an update the last time I posted. I wanted to update you guys and tell you that I did tell him I'm divorcing him. You know what's the funny part? He was honestly shocked that this happened, as if he didn't do anything wrong. He told his parents on me because I'm really close with his parents and he thought they could persuade me to change my mind. His parents are sweet, however they turned on me quickly and told me off for leaving their son. They let me know what he did was unacceptable, but what I'm doing is even worse by leaving him and a family behind. My husband cursed me off after the divorce news. He also called me a gold digger and went on a rant about how women only want money and blah blah blah. He also called me a slut because I went out with my girls and boys who are my close friends and we went to the bar to celebrate my divorce. Anyways, we're in the middle of divorce now. It's a process. We both still live in the marital home until further notice, as noticed by the attorney. We will both have 50-50 custody, most likely a rotating schedule. One of my kids is taking the divorce really hard, even though he knows what happened, and he's begging us to stay together, and how he doesn't want us to get a divorce. Honestly, I did feel pretty bad after my son begged me not to divide up our family, and to stay with their dad. But I know at the end of the day, I need to be selfish and put my needs above everyone else's for once in my life. My son does hate me though. He won't talk to me and spends most of his time with daddy. My other child is younger and doesn't fully understand what's going on and is just kind of brushing it off. My son just keeps saying he doesn't want divorced parents and he wants us to stay together, and he doesn't want step-parents. My son is really taking it hard. He's also saying that he wants to spend most of his time with his father if I go through with the divorce. I just told him that's not how it's going to work, and we'll both spend time with him. And he keeps saying it's not fair, and he doesn't want to stay with me. And pretty much all of the top comments on that update were saying, you know, this is where parental alienation is going to come into play. That he's already got his parents involved in this, that why wouldn't he start like poisoning your own children against you? Which is absolutely terrifying. And other people mentioning, you know, get the kids therapy. That's an absolute must, especially if they're taking it hard, which of course, if your family's, you know, breaking apart like that, therapy is a good idea for them, right? And a top comment on that one also saying to grey rock him and basically record any of the stupid shit that he might pull at this point. But what do you guys make of this situation? Whilst the majority of the comments were on OP's side on this, there was a few saying that it was the wrong way to go about it. But what do you guys think? Let us know your thoughts down in the comments below. And let's move on to another story. Now our next story comes from Crap Kid Throwaway that says, am I the arsehole? My husband was nicer to BFF than her own husband. I'm writing this post because my best friends, Kate, husband Bert, called my husband, Tim, an asshole. I've historically kept my opinion of Bert's behavior to a minimum on the grounds that good friends say their piece once and then love each other through shit relationships. But I'm asking internet strangers to be the judge. I'm traveling for work. Kate is stuck at home, working, at 7 months pregnant on modified bed rest.